95. 95. Okay.
Baba, these are the same colorful ones, the parrotfish.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but it's really, that is not fresh.
It's a lot bigger. It's nice,
That
eh?
parrotfish.
Amazing.
You put your hand and you just do that, then it automatically comes out. Like all the fins relax and everything.
Amazing.
You put your hand in what?
So when they go in holes in the coral,
Yeah.
like when you hook them, for example, right?
Yes.
Then they put that fin up
These
and
are
they get
really
stuck. You cannot fucking remove them. So then
Yes.
usually what you do, because they live in shallow coral reef, you just dive down, work your finger around and just pull this fin down. Usually it goes all the way down
Oh,
to the dead
I see.
when they're alive.
Yeah.
And then it just completely relaxes. You just-
Oh, it's amazing. I can't
GT.
believe all the colors. Is this a GT?
No, it's a baby GT. Ooh, look at the size of this mangrove snapper. Fuck my life. That's like the world record size mangrove snapper. I swear to God.
That eye still looks good, right?
No, not really. That's not ideal. So what you want is like, what is this? Phobia, baby.
Clear.
What you want is like,
Yeah. They sure are.
is these dark spots and they get infection and die.
Do you damage the mucus membrane?
exactly. Snook is the same, by the way. So rather than snook, same thing. If you touch it, you can't release it, you can die.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But 110 per kilo is too much, man.
Huh?
110 a kilo is too much.
Yes.
6.
This one is very small.
Like that?
Yeah.
Small?
That's small, isn't it?
Yeah, and I don't want
No.
roe as well.
No roll.
How many
It's
ki-
okay, no.
How many kilo?
No, no, it's okay.
Huh? So yeah, these are good. If you're gonna make like, I don't know, like if you're gonna do rabata or something like that, you want a really nice big piece or whatever, these are perfect. But for what she's doing, you know, it's not gonna get dried out anyway because of how she cooks it.
Yes.
And so you get a lot more meat for your money for this or this than that.
Yes. How about they stand on your phone? Yes.
You need butter on them.
Nice,
In the shops.
Touch it,
These are
Baba.
dead though, right?
Yes.
What? They. What? I was like, bro, they're not moving.
You touch it, Bobo.
Baby, I'm going
Oh, that's so weird. Aren't they spiky?
I'm going to put the avocado on the grill.
Wow.
Yeah, but I'm not going to cook it. I'm going to put it on your plate.
That's wild.
Take a nice photo, do that, and then take a photo with it.
When you put that on the
Sorry?
plate, that's what
Take a
I'm
photo.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Okay.
Stick the knife in there and just work your way around. Let me do it from here because there's a lot of water coming out. Around the inside of the head. It's just a basically a membrane that you want to cut through.
Wow.
So, and then you just give it a gentle twist.
No ways.
Look at it.
What?
Should come out nicely.
There we go. And then
Wow.
obviously that's the poop sack.
That is
right?
not how I did it last time.
And then if you want to take the... Yo, this is a fucking strong. So you just take a piece of the filo
Yeah.
and you just stick it up its bum.
Okay. Is there a hole where the cloaca is?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Stick it up.
You're just raping this thing for fun now, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly.
This is a joke.
Just do this.
I think this is for real.
Just give it a nice twist and then...
What?
You make jokes here.
What the fuck did I just witness?
That's incredible. And what's that piece that's sticking out there now?
This is all meat, except maybe this part here looks like it's a bit of a vein. And that's it, it's clean.
Wild.
That is amazing.
I've never known that trick with the
I thought you were
thingy,
just
with the
raping it for
feelers.
fun.
No, this is for realsies.
I wasn't joking.
Wow.
I'm
So
gonna-
these were caught this morning, eh?
I don't know, honestly. I really honestly don't. But these are very, very fresh.
Okay.
There's no doubt about it. Like that he'd learned. And then one day, they were out camping, and there was a kid with him called Stephen Green, and the kid saw a dog being swept down a raging river because there was a flood.
Right.
And the kid jumped in the river to save the dog and drowned.
Oh.
And then Uncle Paddy had this like an epiphany, I guess, where he thought that he'd. Well, I'm saying this in a disrespectful way, but I don't mean it that way. But he thought that he'd had a conversation with God, and God told him, "Your purpose on earth is to look after kids who are living difficult lives." And he sold everything he owned, and I mean, he owned his own plane. He owned his own. He had his motorcycle. He had his fucking jet skis. He had whatever toys a man can ever dream of owning.
Yeah,
he
like
had
4
them.
motorcycles.
Yeah, he had like a collection of them, off-road and regular road bikes and everything.
When that happened,
So when that happened,
he got that.
yeah, he got this revelation kind of thing,
Right.
and he decided he's gonna give up everything he's doing. He was super successful.
Right.
He was a fucking aircraft engineer for Beechcraft, okay,
Yeah.
and he was a pilot. He flew Boeings, right? And he had this business that was super successful, multiple businesses. You know, he was in the computer business when computers were not even a thing.
What age was this? Maybe.
What age was he?
Yeah.
I don't know. He must have been in his
This was in
40s,
the
I guess.
80s or whatever.
No, it was in the 90s. It was just before he came to Hookville.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So he must have been in his 40s, I imagine, roughly. I mean, I never knew how old he really
How
actually
old
was.
was he when we met him?
I have no idea, but he was old.
Right.
And so he lived this tremendously successful life, like beyond all fucking measures of a normal human being, right?
Yeah.
And he decided to give it all up because he had this conversation with God and realized that he has to look after kids
Right.
from difficult backgrounds and that. So he put a lot of his stuff in storage, okay, this is an important point because he put a lot of his stuff in storage in the Eastern Cape, sold a lot of his stuff, literally got on his motorcycle. He had a Honda road bike, got on his bike with a backpack on, that's it. He took that stuff and he drove. He didn't have a plan. He literally, he prayed and he said, you know, God, show me where I'm supposed to go, right? And he just got on the road and he just drove. And then he stopped in Hookville. And when he got to Hookville, he had like this revelation or whatever you want to call it, where, okay, this is where I need to be.
God told him to turn left. So
Yeah,
he turned
that's what he
left.
says. God told him to turn left. So he turned left, got to Hookville, stopped, walked into town, didn't know anybody from Adam, walked in and said, "Hi guys, I'm here to help kids." And got a job in the school. Now remember, right, when I say successful, I mean like, this is the kind of success most people only dream of. It's not like he was a super rich guy that worked 24/7. No, he had everything and he had time, a lot of time.
And he had people working for him.
And he was doing all the things that he loved, right?
Yeah.
Being out in nature, flying, sailing, he had his own yacht. He won the fucking Lipton Cup. He was the border champion of sailing for multiple years, ocean sailing, right?
Yeah.
Whatever you can imagine.
Now, sorry to ask this question, but did you guys see proof of these things?
Of everything. That was the crazy part.
Okay. Okay.
That was the
Photos
crazy
So
of
part.
it's
him
not
winning
like he
awards.
said it and you guys believed it.
No, because this is, this is the crazy part of the story, right?
Yeah.
He never felt like he had to prove anything.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
As you got to know him, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, let me show you this photo of this time we did," and then he's like, "Oh, what is
Right.
that? Oh, that's me winning the trophy."
So it was like, for us, we were kids, right? So
Yeah.
you could say that kids are easily taken in.
Of course.
And obviously the adults were not,
Yeah.
right? So he arrives in Hookville and he goes to the local primary school, speaks to the headmaster there and says, this is how I've come here and all this kind of stuff. Do you have any work? And I told you now how successful he was, right? So the headmaster says, well, we need somebody to take care of the school grounds. And he goes, okay.
Like a
And
fucking janitor.
It's like, how much are you going to pay?
Mowing the
Yeah,
lawn.
and it was like, okay, how much salary are you looking for? And he's like, how much do you want to pay? And the schoolmaster says, well, we don't really have money to pay you. And he says, okay,
No problem.
no problem. I just want to help the kids. So for several years, like 3 or 4 years after that, didn't make an income, right? Didn't have a place to stay. Like literally lived in an abandoned railway house. Okay,
He squatted.
squatted basically, right? And slowly but surely sold off all of his stuff just to be able to continue this path that he'd chosen. Like sold his plane, sold his yacht, sold this, like piece by piece by piece.
Yes, let's go wait for the lobster.
This is the nice
Seafood feast.
seafood dinner we're having after having visited the fish markets.
Yes.
Are you excited, Bobo?
Yes, we're just waiting for the lobster now.
Thank you,
Then
Karen.
we'll be ready to rumble.